Coming to you live in a world where Andy cannot control his insane manic fits of laughter. This is Jailbreak episode number 13. And today I have the idiot laughing in the corner, Andy Hoff.
That's a great introduction.
So we have Andy Hoff.
What's up?
And we also have Mr. David Burns.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Not too much. It's been a busy week, but it's nice. I've had a nice relaxing weekend, and yeah, how about you guys?
I've been sick, unfortunately, because I've been kind of sleep deprived lately, but yeah, I'm doing all right. You know, getting better, getting back into my routine. Well, what about you, David?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just sad that so we're recording this on a Sunday night, which is something we never do. So, and I have school in the morning, which is, needless to say.
Unfortunate, yeah.
Yep. So, so unfortunately, we don't have all the time in the world to mess around like we normally do. But yeah, I don't know. I had a good weekend. It seemed kind of short for me because I was, about this weekend doing a bunch of different stuff. I had some places to be. I'm a very busy guy. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I actually did stuff this weekend, which was actually pretty cool. I went to a friend's house, and he had, like, a little mini get-together, which was pretty cool. But, yeah, so I had a pretty good weekend. But I'm ready to talk about some jailbreaking stuff with you guys.
Yeah, so we've had some pretty good jailbreak news over the past week, particularly for 8.4.1. Luca Tedesco, a.k.a. Qwerty or UIOP, that's his screen name, but that's his Twitter handle. Basically, he's been working on an 8.4.1 jailbreak because he has exploits that I believe, of course, are functional in iOS 8.4.1, but they're not functional in iOS 9. So he's planning to release a jailbreak for 8.4.1, which is awesome. So he released some sort of incomplete version on Twitter, or on GitHub, over the past few days. And obviously it goes way over my head, but from what I've heard, he's working towards a fully, user-friendly release. So, are you guys excited about this?
Yeah, for one, I'm really, and this is the reason why I say this initially is just because I'm really, really excited. This means that this is the start of the 2015 jailbreak, cycle in a sense, because we have the 8.4.1 jailbreak, which honestly I really didn't think we were going to see. Just because it's, in a sense, it kind of reminds me of the entire 6.1.3 situation where for a long time that wasn't jailbreakable and we didn't think we were going to see a jailbreak, and then all of a sudden when Evasion 7 was getting released, I think it was like a week out, right? A week before, a week after Evasion 7 was released or being released. They pushed a jailbreak and everyone was like, well, what's going on? Like, why are you pushing a jailbreak for this when, iOS 7 is relevant now? So it's kind of a little bit weird when iOS 9 is the latest version, but I do understand because some people, still want to be on 8.4.x, 8.x, whatever. They still want to be on an iOS 8 firmware, and I totally get that because iOS 9 is great, but it does have some bugs here and there, and there are things that don't necessarily work well with every single device. A lot of times that's
older
4S
devices,
or older devices, meaning 4S, iPod Touch 5th generation, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm really excited for this because this means that we might see an iOS 9 jailbreak fairly soon. So I'm super pumped for this.
I don't know where you get that this means we might see an iOS 9. I mean, I don't mean to be a cynic here, but I don't get where you say this means an iOS 9 jailbreak soon. Do you want to?
Well, okay, here I should elaborate on what I'm saying. It doesn't really mean that an iOS 9 jailbreak is coming soon. What I'm saying is that in time, eventually, it will happen, and I think it's just a matter of time. I think we're a few months out, but I think it's a matter of time. I definitely see, and to go back from what we said last week, I definitely see, now more than ever, I definitely see this being an Evasion 7 case where a few days before Christmas, December, it just, like, it all makes sense.
This is for iOS 9, right?
Yeah,
so this is a whole other...
How does this relate to 8.4.1, though? Like...
It
You know what?
doesn't. I just feel like that, maybe this might motivate a team to like say, okay, well, let's, vamp up production on the Jailbreak a little bit and get started so we can,
May
release something fairly,
and
fairly soon. And by fairly
yeah,
soon, I mean probably like December-ish.
and I don't mean to like shoot you down or anything, but like it may mean that, but there's a very unlikely chance that just because an 8.4.1 jailbreak might be released, it's going to motivate people on iOS 9 to release a jailbreak.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't really say so either. But who knows? I mean, you never know what's really going on behind the
Um,
scenes. So,
but what I will say though is like, here's the thing: the other difference as well is there's a difference going from 6 to 7 than from 8 to 9 because with 6 to 7 there were devices that were being made obsolete. The 4th gen iPod, for
Right.
example.
Right.
With 8 to 9 there was there was no devices being made obsolete. So because of that, I don't, to tell you the truth, I don't know if I actually see a point in an 8.4.1 jailbreak because
yeah.
a lot of jailbreakers are still on 8.4 jailbroken anyway because most people updated to 9. It's either you choose to go the stock. No one's going to be right now on 8.4.1 stock. Right?
Well,
Because
some people didn't have a choice. They either bought a new device or
Yeah, well, I was gonna
or
say
you're on a 4S and you don't want to
something-
update.
no, but 8.4.1 stock, all those come with 9 now.
But like someone could have bought one in the window,
Yeah.
when
in
8.4
the window when,
was
right,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Or they could have lost their jailbreak, messed up 8.4.
in the window, but then it's either you usually upgrade to iOS 9. There would be no reason not to upgrade to iOS 9 in that scenario.
Right.
You see
Well,
what
I mean,
Like,
you could wait for the jailbreak, and then now that one's coming, though,
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. Like when not many people are gonna deny something that isn't even like, I don't know. To me, it just seems like it's kind of a little bit too late, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
I
and the
give-
signing window closed as well.
I give the
Like, it's-
yeah, that was one thing we wanted to go over. I do give the developer credit for this, but I just think it's slightly too late just because of
I think the timing was the main downfall of this. I think if it would have came a little bit earlier, I think it would have gained a lot more, traction from
see,
people.
if
And
what they should have done is released it in iOS 8 if he could have, which obviously he probably couldn't have, otherwise he would have. But to me, it just seems like it's a little bit too late, like because especially when you have, look, I mean, 9's been out for almost a month now, or well, no, half a month, so about 3 weeks. And we're already seeing like jailbreaks are everyone who stayed jailbroken stayed on 8.4. You know what I mean? No one just upgraded to 8.4.1.
Well, I don't know. I disagree with the fact that it's not, that it's pointless, because I still think that there's a lot of people who are on 8.4.1, because they couldn't get to 8.4. They don't like iOS 9 because of the bugs. Their device is too slow on it, or or again, they accidentally updated or whatever. And I think that whenever there's a gap like this, especially when it's a gap from one OS like 8 to a major iOS like 9, I think there's always going to be people, particularly on older devices because of the speed, who hang back. So
Right.
I think that it's still worth the effort very much, and I think I have a lot of people who talk to me through YouTube, on my channel, who are looking forward to this jailbreak. So I know that there's people out there. It might not be the greatest. I mean, it might not be the mass population of iOS users and iOS jailbreakers, but I know there's definitely people out there, and if he wants to get this done, I think it'll make a lot of people happy, even though it's not the main jailbreak population. So I don't know. That's
Right.
what I think.
So going off of what Andy said, I'm going to try to make this short because I don't want to be talking forever. But basically, I had somewhat of a similar experience to what he was talking about with, people updating their devices accidentally. Basically, what happened with me, though, it was a little bit different. My old iPod Touch 4th generation, back a few years ago, I used to not be as tech-savvy as I am now. I definitely improved a lot. But I didn't really know that much about my iPod. And I just assumed that I had destroyed it forever because it was never turning on and it was giving me, errors. And I finally fixed it, and this was in between the time that iOS 6.1.2 stopped being signed and iOS 6.1.3.
Yeah, that was the iOS 6 jailbreak patch,
Yeah.
6.1.3. Yeah.
So, unwillingly, unfortunately, I had no choice but to upgrade because it was either I upgraded and was able to use my my iPod, or I didn't upgrade at all and I wasn't able to use my iPod until whenever I decided to upgrade if there was a jailbreak out for that. So it was very unfortunate because I had to sit there and wait for. It felt like a really, really long time until there was an actual jailbreak, and I wasn't expecting a jailbreak to come out, just because it was, I felt like it was a very niche thing. Like me and maybe one other person had done this by accident. I felt like
oh no, it was a huge population.
No, okay, but David, here's the thing with that though. Like you said, you had that issue, but here's the thing with that, David, like. Because some devices weren't being updated to iOS 7, mainly the 3GS and the iPod Touch 4th Gen, that's why people released that, right? Because like there was no jailbreak for iOS 6.1.3 and above.
Right.
Well, the thing is,
with this, like all devices that ran 8 can run 9.
Can run 9.
So
right.
it's not as so it's even more of a niche market now than it was before.
But here's the thing, like you guys say that it was only released for those older devices, but that's not true because there's 2 releases of I Hate Snow's POSIX phone and WinOCM. So basically, the first one was only for the older devices. It was for the 3GS, the 4, and the iPod 4.
It was the package that I remember specifically because I made a.
It was like just an untethered package you installed in Cydia. Yeah.
I think a while back when it actually released, I made a video on it. So if we can find that, I'll throw it down in the description. If we can find both of ours, we'll throw them down in the description. So that was...
There was another one after that, though, and that was only for newer devices. So there was definitely effort put out for newer devices.
What actually ended up happening was, in order to actually use this, you had to use the Red Snow,
the initial one for the tethered devices.
To get a tethered jailbreak. And then after you got the tethered jailbreak, you went to Cydia and added a specific source, installed this package, and then the package would convert basically the tethered jailbreak to an untethered jailbreak. And then later on, as time progressed, there was a jailbreak tool that was released. I think initially first it was only Mac,
right?
And then Windows support came. I think
that was for all the newer devices like iPhone 5, stuff like that. But I don't know. I just wanted to throw out there that there is definitely a market for it, even though it's less. But there you go.
Cool.
So connecting to the iOS 8.4.1 jailbreak, we actually now have to talk about iOS 8.4.1 itself and the fact that the signing window closed and me and Andy were in history. So this was super cool. So Andy and I were on FaceTime, and we normally, talk throughout the week. We talk in the group message, and then also, we occasionally FaceTime, during the weekend and sometimes during the week. And then, we've been trying to get Justin in on it too through Skype. So sorry, Apple doesn't have a 3-way FaceTime yet. Otherwise, it'd be a lot easier.
So thanks for the invite, guys. Like, no, I'm just kidding. So tell me about this. What happened? What kind of history did you guys witness?
So basically what ended up happening was, I think it was that day I was talking to Andy, or it might have been, I don't know specifically when it was, but it definitely was, not too far off, before that. I was talking to Andy before, and he said, you should follow this account to know when iOS 8 or whatever firmware stops being signed.
Yeah,
or
at iOS, at TSS status. Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. We'll throw the Twitter in the description anyway. But so I don't know. It was really weird how it happened because coincidentally, I think not too long before that, I actually had followed them on Twitter. So it was actually kind of coincidental. What's even more coincidental was the fact that me and Andy were on FaceTime with each other when this actually went down. But we were talking, and I forget what it was about, and I was, it always bugs me, and right now it's kind of bugging me too. It always bugs me because I have Twitter for Mac, and it bugs me when, like the regular Twitter app, and it bugs me when I, see the little blue Twitter icon, the little blue bird icon, because that basically means that there's tweets on my timeline that I haven't seen yet. So I just, it's kind of a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. When I'm using it for iOS, it doesn't, faze me, obviously, because there's no way to see that.
Yeah, yeah.
But that just bugs me a lot for whatever reason. So I was just refreshing my Twitter feed to see what it was, and then all of a sudden I see Apple is no longer signing. I think it was the first one that was the one to go. I think was the iPad. It was some iPad, but it said Apple is no longer signing iPad. Let's say 4,3. I think it was iOS 8.4.1. And I was like, oh no.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, Andy, this is going down. Like, oh my God. So
Yeah.
he checked Twitter too, and sure enough, in the coming minutes, and it really was not that far off. In the coming minutes, we saw an entire string of tweets that said, iPhone 5,2 no longer being signed 8.4.1. All of these devices 8.4.1 no longer being signed by Apple. And what was weird was I was getting tweets basically saying that IPSW.me did not actually update their website about the entire status of the IPSWs and if they were being signed by Apple or not. So it was really weird because on one end I was getting that 8.4.1 is no longer signed and iOS 8 is effectively dead. And on the other side I was getting, well, wait a minute, IPSW.me still says that, that this works.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird, but yeah, we witnessed history.
Well,
Yes, we did.
iOS 8 is officially dead, and all I can say is good riddance.
So we just have one tweak to talk about real quick. It's called Sang. This is available for $2.50. And this is not necessarily a brand new tweak. It was released about a week ago, but it kind of got pushed back because of the whole success and everything like that. But basically, this is a OXO 3 equivalent to iOS 8.4 because OXO 3 was never updated for 8.4. I'm a huge fan of OXO 3, and I'm so happy to have that functionality back. I made a review, so I'll put it in the description below. But basically, it looks almost identical, same three views. You get the multi-center, which is with the app cards and the control center combined. You could close apps by swiping up from the right side of the screen. You can swipe up from the left, and you get this quick switcher, and everything looks pretty much identical to OXO. There's a few minor changes, but it's like shocking how identical this is. It's by a different developer. So did you guys really get a chance to check this out? Because I love it.
No, I didn't. I've never been an OXO guy.
I don't know. That's too bad.
No, I've never been an OXO guy. The only time I've ever had OXO installed was in the iOS 7 jailbreak cycle, just because it was the easiest way to close all your apps
Right.
at once. But I mean, it sounds really cool, though. It sounds like
See,
a cool.
I'm a huge fan. It's like one of the main reasons I jailbreak. Just being able to like close an app by swiping it up from the right side of the screen is worth it. And also, you could swipe up once you're on the home screen already. On the springboard, you can swipe up again to lock the device, which is nice.
Right.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah. What about you, David? You like this?
So I did actually check this out, and it's really nice. I'm a little bit saddened by the fact that OXO 3 never got a proper update for 8.4.
Yeah, same here.
I think this kind of, in a sense, makes up for it. I think a while back, before this actually came out, the developer, I think his name is Cusick or something like that.
That's the OXO developer.
Yeah, on Twitter he was the developer of OXO 2 and 3. He was saying on Twitter that he was working on an 8.4. Basically an 8.4 update for OXO 3, but I don't know if he's still actively working on it or, because of this, it's like, well, why release it if someone already beat me to it?
He's probably waiting for iOS 9 because it has a brand new app switcher and everything.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm happy with this. It's sad not to have the original, but it's super cool.
Well, that brings me to my next question. Also, what do you think is going to happen with when the iOS 9 jailbreak comes out? Because obviously, people are going to want this tweak. It's going to be on high demand. So whether it's an OXO 4 or a Sang, how do you say Sang?
Sang.
However you say it.
Sang.
Sang. Okay, Sang 2 or OXO 4, whatever the case may be, people are going to want that functionality back on iOS 9. And obviously there's going to be some redesigns because the app switcher looks different on iOS 9. So they have to do a little bit of tweaking with the actual tweak before they go ahead and update it. So I'm wondering.
So you're saying you got to tweak the tweak.
You got to tweak your tweaks. You know what I'm saying?
You got to tweak your tweaks. Yes. That's our episode title.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's the title. Tweak your tweaks. Okay. There you go.
Tweak your tweaks.
Okay.
Tweak yo.
Okay. Yeah, no, but obviously this is going to be on high demand because a lot of people like this tweak, and I do too. So I'm wondering if this is going to be an OXO 4, if this is going to be an OXO 3, but update. I feel like, just because OXO 2 to 3 wasn't that big of a change, like, at all whatsoever, besides the fact that I think OXO 3 just added, the little for the 6 plus and I think it was just for the 6 plus. Maybe it was for the 6 too, for those sizes. That's what it added. But other than that, there was like literally no difference besides the compatibility with the new firmware. But
Yeah.
what I'm wondering is, I feel like it's almost a definite at this point because the app switcher is different. A lot of the things that you're interacting with is different on iOS 9. So I feel like if, when it comes to this tweak on iOS 9, I feel like we are going to be seeing, an OXO 4, some type of
Yeah, I think the developers are just holding off now because, again, like
there's no
iOS
point.
9's out already. And
Yeah,
we're just waiting for that
there's,
jailbreak.
There's no point to
Yeah.
tell you that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. But again, if you're on 8.4 right now, like I am on my iPhone 6 Plus, definitely check out saying it's available for $2.50. Brings that same functionality to 8.4 from 8.1 and earlier. So that wraps up the tweaks. Really awesome one though. Definitely like one of my favorites that we've seen in a while for sure.
Awesome.
Great. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps it up, hey guys. Like,
I
there's-
think so.
Yeah.
So
Good show,
as
guys.
always, good show. And Andy, I hope you have a good week. I hope you're feeling better next week. And
Thank you. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Thanksgiving here next week. It's Canadian
Oh, wow.
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
so-
really? Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I have a 4-day weekend next week, so.
Did you guys eat a lot of
Yeah.
food on Thanksgiving?
Just our thing.
Do we what?
I said, do you guys eat a lot of food?
That's us
cool.
too. Yeah. Yeah.
The
we ate,
cranberry
all that-
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
stuffing.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
really?
Awesome.
I thought that was
Yeah.
just an American thing. Okay.
No, that's not
cool.
just an American thing. No.
Yes,
Cool.
But yeah,
All right.
so
well, yeah. And here's also I wanted to say cheers to Jarek coming back as well. Hopefully he comes back on the podcast at some point
hopefully
soon.
soon. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
have to pin him down and get him back.
You know, pin him
I mean,
down
because
and-
here's the thing with the jailbreak, being a few months out, and things are starting to ramp up a little bit in terms of news. I would love to have him on to hear his opinions, but I guess we'll just have to see if
Yeah.
he can. Definitely, we're gonna try to get him back on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We had a great time. I hope you guys had a good time listening. All right, guys. Until next time, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Why do you say it like that? That's so insane.
We messed up a lot while recording this episode. Here are some bloopers, and as always, enjoy.
That's a great introduction.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
All right, guys, we gotta pull it together.
No, that's our introduction. That is our introduction.
All right. Okay, we are now live on the air. Welcome, guys, to Jailbreak Weekly, episode number three. Number 3. Okay, TVT there. Yeah. Episode number 13. All right.
3, 2, 1. Coming to you live from
Andy, you ruined it.
That was too slow.
Yeah, but it's the dramatic effect. That's
Okay,
the reason
yes.
why it's so slow. Coming to you live
Okay.
in a world. It's like movie trailer style.
Wait, hold up. Coming to you live.
Duh.
Duh.
You can't. Oh my. Okay. Coming.
Oh my god.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Coming to you live from the half bedroom, half studio of a Canadian hillbilly hacker who doesn't even know how to code. This is Jailbreak Weekly, episode number 13. And I'm here with my co-hosts, Andy Hoff,
What's up, guys?
And David Burns.
Hey, what's going on, guys? No, that sounded too much. Okay, we have to. That sounded too much like it sounded way too
ridiculous.
Much like my videos. Did you hear that? It was like, hey, what's going on, guys? It sounded way too much like my videos.
Okay. Coming to you live from the well on the farm with lots of cows.
Okay.
Are we using that or no? Because
Coming
Coming
to
to you live from the well on the farm with lots of frickin' cows in Massachusetts. This is Jailbreak Weekly, and broadcasting to you today we have the farmer himself, Andy. And we also have Mr. David Burns.
Hey guys, what's going on? Oh my! Literally every time I try to do something new, like make it sound better, you guys start cracking up. Like I don't know how to not make you guys laugh.
For sure. Yeah.
What was that? That was so perfect until you did that. Oh my god.
So yeah. So yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
So yeah. A lot of good. Oh man. Okay, here we go.
And I just wanted to go back to this too. I know that this, and I don't want to be, so I'm gonna make this short. But you know, going back to what you said, that you know, a lot of people could depend. Okay, I'm not gonna say it because we're lying.
Say it so you can bleep it out. Come on.
No, we're on air. Like there's decency.
I just said. There you go. I said
Oh
it.
god
Oh, okay.
All right, it's one little word.
Okay.
So real quick, just going back to what Andy said, and I want to make this real short because you know I don't want to be talking forever. Really. Echo. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around and desert you.
Never gonna give you up,
Echo?
never gonna let you down, never gonna run
around.
Cool.
Yeah, so
I was like, what's
yeah.
Oh,
yeah! Okay, we had to do that. We definitely need to bring that back. Oh, yeah!
I don't know. Here, let's test it.
Oh, yeah!
It's both painful and creepy when you do it, because it hurts my ears.
So, coming off of the Jailbreak. So, basically, you know, what can that... Is this the new foghorn?
Alright, so in terms of tweaks, there's nothing that, you know, eyebrow raising, to say anything. Been released lately. Wait, okay, alright, there is something.
I feel bad.
IDB! Duh! Duh!
Well, that's gonna make a nice outro blooper to put in.